That's it. You know why I say that to the Lord? Because I've said that to so many people. And I didn't even know what love means. You know that? 16, 17, 18, I said it to someone I thought I loved. When it came to the real stuff and proving that I loved them, I had no idea what love meant. You know what I thought what love meant? Hug me. That's love. Kiss me. That's lust. I really thought that. Oh, love means you give me money, you give me food, you take care of me. That's love. No way. Who knows? Who can define love in here?
Jesus.
Oh, okay. We got some Bible nerds. Seriously.
Bible nerds.
Don't give me that spiritual stuff. That's the Bible. All right. Keep it real. At school. Someone says, what does love mean?
When the bell rings.
No, that's not love. Aaron.
No.
Love is
Intense love and deep affection.
an intense
That
feeling. I love that girl. Like that. Aaron.
Hey.
I was pointing to the wall. It's the same color as my green. No, seriously. What does your friend say what love means? Be real. What the heart wants, the heart is. What does love mean?
You can hit you with the love.
God said that his heart wants to want.
One more time. Stop.
Alright, the heart wants what the heart wants.
The heart wants what the heart wants. Hey, we're kind of getting a little deep here. Give me your food.
That's genuine.
That's what your mama would say. No, seriously. What?
I love you. Give me your food.
That's not love.
That is love.
Go ahead.
They really do
What does
honor
love
their
mean?
way for you.
What did he say?
Love.
No, it's for me. It's really giving my food. My last.
Your last piece. Yes.
I have a
No, seriously. Anything you've heard they say is love.
undefinable.
What?
The heart is deceitful and desperately sick.
No one can give me something like Jesus.
Biblical.
No?
You're such a ray of sunshine.
We're so alive tonight.
Has anyone ever told you I love you and then you believed it?
My family.
Kuya Mark.
We all eat.
I want from your peers. I want from your peers. Has someone, like a classmate or a schoolmate, someone said, I love you, and then you actually believed it?
Personal business.
Or when someone almost died.
Anyone? Has anyone professed their love to you and they say, I love you? Would you be my Valentine? No one? You guys are boring.
Oh, what about you?
Really? Oh, man. Wait, let's get back to the topic. Okay?
We're way off topic.
We are on topic. Peter professed his love to the Lord. He really did. And by doing so, he said, I love you. Lord, you know that I love you. How did he prove it?
He did what God said.
He said, yes,
He
Lord.
obeyed. Yes, yes, yes. He listened to his command. Peter became the leader of the first church. Because what did Jesus say? Feed my lambs. Take care of my sheep. If you love me, feed my lambs. He started doing that. He started listening to the Lord. Love to the Lord is obedience. If you obey my commands, then you love me. That's what Jesus said. No greater love than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. Peter, if you don't know, was crucified backwards. He asked his cross to be crucified. He asked to be crucified upside down because he said, I'm not worthy to be crucified like Christ. That's how humble he's become. Love, my friends, that is what love is. God is love. And he proved it to us. He proved it to us by sending his one and only Son. Think of something that means so much to you. So much to you, and you gave it all up. Even your life. Then you can say, I love. This is what Peter was being asked by the Lord. The Lord said, if you love me, then listen to me. You see, love is a two-way thing. It can't be just a one-way thing. What do you call forced love?
Rape.
That's a one-way love. The Lord will never force you to do something you won't want to do. He wouldn't force you to do what he has commanded you to do. He will ask you to love him. Because if you love him, you will obey him. And when you obey him, then you will see how much he wants you to be with him. There's nothing worse than to be separated from God. Hell is not darkness. Hell is being away from the Lord. Complete separation from anything that is worth living. That is hell. All of us have a choice. Quit professing your love to, all these stars, these movies, these actors, these posters. I used to have a poster of this woman. You know, in my age, I was like, oh, I love. I didn't even know what love meant. We say that. You know? That's not love. Number 4. Peter did right. He worshiped the Lord. Not his pain. He worshiped the Lord, not his pain. Remember, when the third time he said to him, Simon, son of John, do you love me? When Jesus said that, Peter was hurt. He was like, really? You don't believe me? Really? Instead of just sitting in his pity party and licking his wounds, the Lord doesn't believe me. Right? That's what dogs do, right? When they're bleeding, they lick their wounds. Cats, dogs do it too. They lick their wounds, and the next thing you know, that's all they're doing. And they worship their wound. You know, some of the most bitter people are those that focus on their wounds, on their bitterness, on their hurt. And next thing you know, you just see like a poor thing living in depression and sadness. Instead of worshiping his pain, he worshiped the Lord. What did he say? Lord, you know all things. You know all things. I can't hide anything from you. You know my heart. You know that I love you. Let us be a people that will learn to love and worship God. not our pains, not what our parents have done, not what our past have been, you know? Let's not worship the things of the past. Worship, let's not focus on the things that have happened. Let's learn to just worship God and walk with Him step by step, one foot after the other, walking forward. Some people have learned to just walk this way. They don't walk. They're walking backwards. They're looking at their pain. If you only know what my parents have done to me. If you only know how much I was abused. And you can tell that they're broken and destroyed because, they're like focused so much on what's happened to them instead of focusing on the Lord. I took care of a patient once, and he's an account manager at a big firm. And you know what he started doing? He started taking all these antipsychotic drugs, antidepressants, all these anti-anxiety meds because he can't sleep. He keeps getting drowned with the nightmares of the past. And he just keeps telling you, if you only know what I've been through. And I know, and I wanted to tell him, there is hope in the Lord. And automatically he said to me, don't talk to me about the Jesus stuff. And it's so sad because now he's gone to the point in his life where he was married and he didn't want to have kids. You know why? Because he didn't want to raise up children that were treated like he was. He was abused. His dad was alcoholic. So he started drinking himself. His dad was never around. His mom could care less about him. So he was bullied at school. And this kid survived, like any one of you would survive. Go to class, go to school, do well in college, but deep within, the hurt is still there. You're rotting because the wound is so deep. Don't worship your wound. Don't worship your pain. Worship God. He will heal you. He will make you whole. He will help you to move forward and step up. I don't want to see any of you becoming doctors and you can't even treat yourself. I don't want to see any of you succeeding in the world and yet inside you're so empty and destroyed because you've learned to just hide. Let go. Let go. Right? Point number 5. Peter surrendered his life to follow Jesus.